Hey there. Let's talk about 7 attorney marketing strategies for small to medium law firms. And I'm going to go and give you the top 7 most frequently mentioned tactics that are actually called strategies. And then at the end, I'm going to give you my 3 most essential marketing tactics that are part of an all-encompassing strategy. My name's Cary Duke, and I've been doing lead generation, marketing, SEO for over 15 years online. And what we're going to talk about today is how we can discern the difference between marketing and tactics. Like, we want to have a strategy. So what we're going to talk about today is the difference between marketing strategies and marketing tactics. Most people, when they are talking about marketing strategies, are simply giving you a list of tactics which you can execute. And there's no differentiation between this tactic and that tactic. For instance, SEO versus, some other, let's call it social media, for instance. Those are tactics, right? There's not a strategy. A strategy starts with a comprehensive plan. It's a mission statement. It's a USP, which is a unique selling proposition. Why should I use you versus anybody else? And it ties these kind of concepts into a message that is consistently applied through various tactics. And so what I see when I see other folks talking about marketing and strategies is they're simply talking about different tactics. And I want you to understand, as a person who's trying to understand how to do marketing for your own firm, what is the difference? And why do I need a strategy before I implement a tactic? All right, so let me give you a great example of going with a tactic before you implement a strategy. And let's say that you're using social media and you go to LinkedIn and you're sitting there and say, well, what am I going to write about every single day so that I can stay in front of people that I want to connect with? All right. So the tactic is you're going to have to write, and the strategy is what you're going to say, right? So your consistent message has to be themed across whatever your mission statement is and across whatever your unique selling point is. Because the difference between strategy and tactics in 2024 in a post-COVID world is basically branding. Right? People are trying to connect with personal brands as opposed to corporate messages. And so let's go through this list of these most frequently mentioned as let's go through this list of the 7 most frequently quote unquote marketing strategies listed on the internet, and then let's talk about how they can be part of a comprehensive strategy when actually these are just tactics, right? So I've pulled up a few of these firms that are, that talk about what marketing strategies, what you need, things like that. I think we already know why you need marketing. So let's go down to, let's get around. Okay, 12 simple tactics, right? At least these guys are recognizing that a strategy includes tactics, right? So one of their tactics is a budget. One of them is a marketing plan. I agree, you need a marketing plan before you start engaging in tactics. All right, so then you're going to get a law firm website. Okay, you could probably start there. But again, they're not talking about strategy, right? They're talking about the details of a website as opposed to a strategy. What are you actually going to say on your website, right? What are you going to say on your website that differentiates you from every other lawyer who's using some simple lawyer template? Whether you do it yourself or you have a large company do the website for you, they're still using templates. What differentiates you? And I will tell you what differentiates you. And it's not the template that you use. It's what you say. It's what is your mission statement? What is your unique selling point? And just, who are you actually trying to serve? And when you can get clear on those 3 things, you become real close to having a good strategy. All right. So claim your free online listings. Okay, that's fine. That's part of SEO, part of having a website. Get your firm on social media. Well, that's fine, but what am I going to say, right? What? All right. Examples of social media posts: updates, achievements, featured case studies. All right. I love case studies. Behind the scenes. That's fine, because behind the scenes can include your mission, what makes you different, also your brand. All right. Q&A sessions, yeah. Podcast, if you have the time and inclination. Interviews, same. Testimonials, well, okay, we'll get back to testimonials. Yeah. Webinars, if you have information that you want to provide, that's fine. These are all social media and they're fine, but again, these are mostly time-consuming efforts. All right, so promote yourself. EEAT, love EEAT. Experience, expertise, authority, and trust, right? This is what Google's looking for. But when they say that's what Google's looking for, understand that's also what your prospect is looking for. And so anytime we can show our experience, show off our expertise, prove our authority, that equals trust. Now, there's many different ways to get to trust, but I will tell you that there is a quick way that most people are ignoring. More reviews. Okay, so yeah, when we say testimonials, I don't really care about testimonials, but I love the fact that you should get reviews. That should be part of your overall, inside of your strategy as one of your tactics, right? Get more Google reviews, period. The more reviews you have, the more successful you'll be, period, end of statement. All right, SEO is expensive. Yes, SEO is expensive. However, it's one of those things that you absolutely must do if you're going to try to show up in organic search. Unless, and we're going to get to the unless when we start talking about the three things I think you actually should do as opposed to these other things. All right, paid marketing, that's Google ads, local service ads, Facebook ads, and that's fine. You can do that, but again, it has to be part of your strategy. What are you going to say? Who are you going to send your message to? You can't just say, I'm going to run ads. And if you go to some guy who says that they run Facebook ads or they run Google ads, then you have to ask them, well, who are you going to run ads to? What am I trying to attract? And so you don't know who you're trying to attract unless you know what the level of consciousness, level of energy is of your prospects. There are 4 distinct ones, and I have another video that will be coming out soon about these 4 levels, but the reactive type prospects, they're willful type prospects, they are intellectual type prospects, and they're intuitive type prospects, right? And so, for example, if you are in the personal injury space and you're running billboards and you're constantly, you see these guys everywhere, but if you're running those billboards or you're running those TV ads or those radio ads and your only emphasis is on how much money you can collect, you're advertising to a reactive crowd. The reactive crowd wants to know what's in it for them, how fast can I get it, are there any guarantees, right? And if that's how you're advertising, then you have to understand that you are looking at a reactive type of crowd that you're advertising to, and you have to be willing, and there's nothing wrong with this methodology, but you have to be willing to accept the type of client that you're going to get. Now, if you get somebody who is intellectual and you're advertising to reactives, that intellectual is not going to be he's not going to be comfortable in that environment. You're probably not going to have the system set up to communicate with them fast enough or more frequently, sufficiently frequently. The fact is, the intellectual wants a whole different type of experience. They want more data, they want more information, they want case studies, they want proof that you've done this before to somebody that's more like them, and they're going to take longer to make a decision. And so just knowing who these types of prospects are helps you understand how to market with them. And that all comes in step 1, strategy, right? All right, so let's take a look at another one of these. This is the comprehensive law firm guide, right? Again, we're going through the terms. And again, let's look at what they say. Traditional law firm marketing is print ads, TV ads, radio ads, referrals and networking, event sponsorship, and billboards. I think we can all agree on that. In digital law firm marketing, a website, content marketing, SEO, social media, email, pay-per-click. All right. What you don't see here is how to get a USP. What you don't see here is how to create a mission statement that these two things start attracting the type of prospect that you actually want. They form the backbone of your content marketing. They form the backbone of what you're going to say in SEO, as long as we're not talking about technical SEO. But social media marketing, email marketing, pay-per-click advertising, all of those things require these steps that are missing here. Let's go over here. How to promote your legal business. Create a law firm marketing plan. Great, but what does that mean? All right, outlining strategies. Great, so they have that. And now they get into tactics, website, SEO. They're focusing on local SEO. I believe that most small to medium law firms are ignoring local SEO. It is more than just claiming your Google business listing. In fact, I have a product, we don't even talk about it right here, but I guarantee Google My Business listings, right? Guarantee Google business listings in the 1, 2, or 3 spot before you pay, right? If you can find that somewhere else, let me know. All right, so here again, we're talking about PPC. You got to have a big budget for that. Create useful law firm content. What does that mean? This is namby-pamby, googly-moogly nonsense, right? Useful law firm content? How about content that establishes your authority, that establishes your expertise, that establishes your credibility and helps you become trusted, right? Now, they do say establish your firm as a trusted authority, but they don't really say how, right? All right. So all of these things become part of a strategy. They're tactics. And again, before we get to tactics, we have to have a mission statement. We have to have a USP. We have to know who our audience is. Who are we targeting? Who do we believe are our most likely suspects that we can attract to our business, that want to work with us, that price is not the overwhelming driver unless you're going after the reactives, because the reactives are mostly interested in price, or in the PI example, they're looking for how much money can you give me and how fast will I get it. All right. And the last one here, law firm marketing strategies. This guy has top 14 marketing strategies. Again, no USP, no mission statement. It's just a list of tactics, just tactics, tactics, tactics. All right. So if you improve your law firm's visibility in social media, how does it help if you don't know what to say? How does it help if you don't know what to say and to whom you are going to actually say it to, right? You need to know these things. Testimonials and case studies. Again, I'm not so good on, I don't really agree with the testimonials unless you're going to do videos and they are going to go over the case study. Case studies are important because it's more like this. Case study is, this is who they were before I met them and this is who they were after I met them. This is how I helped them. These are the steps that we went through to do that. Offer free consultations. I guess if you're starting off, you could do that, but most people don't need to do that unless they're doing contingency work. All right, launch paid marketing campaign. Well, let's just launch a campaign. They keep saying that over and over and over. Let's launch a campaign. All right, that's a fast way to spend money without getting results. I mean, if you're spending money sending ads to, Google, Facebook, whoever, and you don't know who your audience is, you don't know what to say to that audience, you don't know what the right words are to express what it is you're trying to say, then you're going to just spend money and you're going to wonder why your cost per lead conversion is so high. And it's just, all right. Same thing with video. Who are you going to say? What are you going to say? And who you're going to, who you're directing it to. Now, even if you're taking the time to network, which that's fine, have nothing against networking. The idea though with networking is be strategic about it. People that that can help you increase your center of influence, right? So who would be people that could help you with your center of influence? A good person would be a CPA, somebody who works with a lot of other businesses. If you're doing business law, you want to be working with those. Others might be chiropractors if you're in the personal injury space. So there's a lot of different ways to skin that cat. Obviously, you need to be setting a budget. That's part of your strategy. So again, what are the 3 things that I think that you should be focusing on? Those 3 things are SEO. All right. I think you should be mentioning part of if you're only going to do certain 3 things, you need to be doing SEO, you need to be doing press release or digital PR, and you need to be doing social media. All right. And the way you do that is you get your strategy, you create your mission, you create your unique selling proposition, and you create your audience, your avatar. This is, you hear that term a lot. This is your avatar. Who is it for? What do they look like? What do they typically respond to? And if you're not using the 4 types of buyers, then you're probably going to miss the mark in all of your messaging, no matter what you do. But the one thing that people do not ever talk about is a digital PR campaign. And the reason I like the digital PR campaign is that it provides SEO benefits, it provides branding benefits, it provides the authority, the trust, the showing of your expertise, all in one fell swoop. I'm tongue-tied there. Yeah, one fell swoop. Because when you do a press release and you use the right media partners, they're already trusted by Google. And if they're trusted by Google, your prospect is going to trust that also, because it's not you as a law firm that's saying it. It's not you as an attorney saying this. It is a third party who's saying that you have this expertise, that's saying that you have this authority. And then Google's trusting it, prospects trusting it, all of a sudden you're trusted. And it's a shortcut. Why does it work for branding? Because done correctly, those press releases will show up for your brand name, for your firm name, for your attorney name, as well as for SEO long tail search terms. So in short, those are the 3 things that you must do. Those are the 7 things that are most frequently called strategies, and they're not really strategies, they're just tactics. And if you need any help with any of this, just hit the link below, schedule a mini strategy session, and we'll see if we're a good fit.